And when you do feel just right, and when you do now begin to feel very, very relaxed, so relaxed, perhaps more relaxed than you've ever felt before, you'll probably start to see a little glimpse here and there of so many, many pictures and sounds that are fleeting and fading away into the sunset of your subconscious self. A tiny gnome living deep within a rose. You'll probably see a cubic workbench or a budding baton as you enter the realm of action and travel further across the earth. You can see that all this stimulus will easily converse with the symbolic language of your very own subconscious mind. And if you keep listening, it will be the very deepest you will start to see all the most important things, like the 4 glowing symbols on your workbench. And it is you who'll make all the most important decisions as we journey down there right now. And you'll continue. You're the right age, before you were too young and after. And now, right now, it's just so easy to keep listening and become different. Keep listening and discover that my voice will easily go with you wherever your subconscious self wants to go in. You hear a soft bell, a soft little bell that sounds much like the blush of breeze. You see a mystical ibis and a falling 4-pointed star. Hear my voice gently ringing through all your precious memories, down through old things and new things, down into deep, dull and hidden places, faded memories, faded dreams. So many, many thoughts have faded and been revived on the workbench of your subconscious mind. Can you see the little rays of light? See the golden lemniscate that breaks apart the darkness and takes you further down into. Draw a tiny heart with a door in it. Perhaps it's becoming darker now that it's. And begin to feel very excited about your drawing. It could be confusion. The last way that is the same as the first way. Remember, the last old worn-out figure of 8 that knows everything in the mud from the time before. And many ways that people become friends. Yes, that's right. Continuously moving, growing increasingly active, gathering magic in order to commit a decisive act upon the earth. Let's talk about a walk which you can always take in your mind's eye. You see the long darkness that you were once lost in. You see down there in the. Let's talk about all the interesting things you'll see along the way. Deepest wallows, where mercury gathers strength and becomes quicksilver, and the golden lemniscate of infinity appears above your head. The way. You've always known the way to act. To know, yes, to know that you're becoming familiar with and getting to know much more now. Much more about the particular wand hearts, water hearts, sword hearts that live in the gold hearts. long, luxurious feelings of drifting down there. And you're getting to know much more now about yourself and about the things that will eventually lead you directly and confidently towards getting to know what it is that you really need to do with the fire doors, chalice doors, air doors, earth doors, main pillars of your life. Because today, and it is the same now as it was in the past. Yes, that's right. It's exactly the same now as it was when everyone always needed to decide to use their hands to select and be correct. And sometimes the only way to select and always remain correct is to see on your wrist, draw this in memory of me. Ways than one way. And once you have a notebook and you have a pen. Yes, that's right. And there are many ways to draw hearts with doors in them. And slowly but surely you'll go even deeper into and many ways that people become friends. Peaceful, isn't it? So peaceful and so relaxing in none. Yes, that's right. Zero's peaceful. Zero's weightless. Zero's so relaxing. Because zero's without form or feature. Let's talk about a walk which you can always take in your mind's eye. Let's talk about all the interesting things you'll see along the way. The way. Yes, that's right. Zero is nothing. What happens after none? It just happens. Everyone knows one comes after none. Lilies and roses. As you take each step forward, you breathe deeper and deeper. Fragrant wildflowers, leaves and grass, pine cedars cracked by the wind, aisles of rushes with nothing to do. Somewhere in the distance you detect a low, steady beat which urges you forward. As you take each step, a sunlit garden unfolds beneath your feet, swiftly growing further, larger and deeper, until it is so vast you cannot fathom the beginning, middle or end of it. Raw silk robe dancing around your ankles. You stand in overflowing beds of soft white lilies and deep red roses that stretch on and on and on. Blooming vegetation holds you close in vivid embrace. Magic fungus is dark among many herbs. White rocks are green with moss. Above your head, you feel delicate warmth emanating from your flowing golden lemniscate.
Briefly, you remember a feeling you had a long time ago when you were lost, cold and stumbling so far away. Away, way back there in the dark place, in zero, before you chose the dice cup. You remain luminous and serene, directing your thinking upward. Violet sunrise dawns. Heavy is the fragrance of orchid. You're a magician, prodigal, initiate, juggler, and 3 times the very, very greatest. Through the lingering glow of your halo, you see a falling 4-pointed star. The star is the gate of generation through which you entered physical life. As above, so below. What will you do? You feel a sudden movement around your waist. Your belt has changed into a red snake, tail swallower. You bring things to life simply by paying attention to them. In the sunlight, you pick flowers for food and drink. Hot roast yams. Branch after branch of crab apples simmer in your stone pot. With your hands you unite heaven and earth. Withered creepers coil round ancient trees. Mountain haze, lightly touched with blue. After rain, black rocks look coldly green. Your face is luminous and serene. Your eyes are 2 mirrors. The elements that form the world are controlled by you. Great magician. Strange flowers and precious plants flourish in 4 seasons, rivaling fairyland. You are crowned with the crescent moon. All creation is formed by the power of your voice alone. Act without ceasing. In a swell of roses spiced with lilies, you stand firmly at your altar and welcome the great star.
Why are you
covered in light? You point your wand to the star, and from it stream 3 rays directly to heaven. Red roses bloom in garlands around your head and dissolve mysteriously into infinity. Ranges rise and dip. Lichen grows all over the glyphs. What do you need to prove? You turn your face to the light from where you came. Further and further into the star you walk, growing more and more at ease, more and more at home. Closer and closer to the comfort and core of the star. Seek help from the kingdom of light. A clear pool sparkles in a dip between two small green hills. A single ibis drinks from the water. It stops drinking and looks up, not directly at you, but at the bright symbol of infinity above your head. Around grassy hills and through valleys of vines and flowers, you follow the ibis. It keeps a steady pace, leading you up a slight incline into a green expanse of evenly spaced boab trees. You continue through the shadows of the trees. Soft mounds of mushrooms cuddle tiny streams and waterfalls. Myriad birds and insects. Enormous hollow logs cloaked in velvety moss. 3 rays of the star. The ibis leads you to 2 exceedingly tall pillars inscribed with the letters B and J. You press your hands on the pillars and feel the soft resonance of brass. You walk around the bases of the light and dark pillars, weaving a figure of 8 that mirrors the motion of the lemniscate above your head. Suddenly, you see a little dice lying at the base of the pillars. You pick up the dice and throw it. It bounces and tumbles across the evergreen, but instead of coming to a stop, it gathers speed and you run after it. Great magician! The ibis leaps into flight, and you both go as fast as you can to keep up with the little dice as it hurtles towards a natural clearing in the bush. It bounces off a tree and lands on the forest floor. It sinks into the undergrowth and rises up. Act. Growing, growing, growing. It increases in size and becomes a workbench with alternating black and white squares. Tremble before the depth of the mysteries you touch. Self-master, clothed in light, you advance with incredible force to the workbench, upon which 4 magic symbols appear. In your right hand you hold a budding scepter, with the circle of spirit mounted on its tip. Your head becomes the head of an ibis, crowned with a crescent moon. A winged solar disk floats on high to assure you that you have become the voice of the Creator, responsible for the execution of your will, with all the powers of the universe in your domain. Your association with darkness has led you to become strong in all areas. You wield intense concentration for constructive purposes. The mystical ibis has 2 sets of eyelids. The inner set opaquely veils its eyes, allowing it to see while it sleeps. Like the ibis, day and night, you gain insight from your dreams. and remain vigilant in pursuit of messages and clues. You harness the elements. Thy will be done. Spokesman of the Creator. A flower of clear understanding opens in your heart. Green meadows deepen into valleys of tender violets and primroses that rise up and become a floral cloak. Choose to manifest. You know exactly what to do. Your eyes are two mirrors. Hear the breath of spring and feel the grasses whisper. You look up into blue and yellow sky. Suddenly, for the first time, you see words written with the point of your golden wand. The words are the Royal Road. You've heard of the Royal Road, haven't you? You've definitely seen or heard about the Royal Road in your travels, perhaps in the past, before you wandered so far away from home. You stand at your workbench of form and function. A window has opened, through which you see unearthly things and hear unearthly words. And now the time has come for you to open your eyes. And now the time has come for you to play the game.
The hypnotist.
Will you choose
The hypnotist.
the light and dark pillars
The hypnotist.
or the flowering robe? Write down your choice and return whenever you like. Or continue right now because the Royal Road is waiting. What's at the end?